So in today's video, we're going to talk about building a bigger and more powerful water rocket than we have in the past. And we're going to start with the engine section, and we're going to make it out of 3 2-liter soda bottles, which will make it the biggest rocket we've built to date. So first we're going to take 2 of the bottles. We're going to cut the bottoms off of them. I'm going to dip one of them into a little bit of boiling water to shrink the ends so that they fit together. This way I'll be able to fit one inside the other and glue them together to make one big chamber. Once we've got the first 2 bottles joined together, we're going to join them to a third bottle using a tornado tube that we can screw the ends of 2 bottles into and form one continuous chamber. When all said and done, the volume of our chamber will be about 5 liters, much bigger than the largest rocket we've done to date, which was only 2 liters. So to assemble our bottles, we're going to take the bottle where we shrunk the bottom. We're going to trim off the excess plastic just so there's not a lot of extra stuff in there. Then we're going to take a sanding block and just lightly sand the outside of the bottle that's going to fit on the inside and the inside of the bottle that's going to be on the outside, just so that the glue has something to attach to. Next, we're going to take the inner bottle, that's the one where we shrunk the bottom, and we're going to run a bead of construction glue around the bottom of it. We're going to use what's called Loctite PL Premium. That's a really strong construction glue, makes nice airtight seals, and will actually be stronger than the bottle itself once it cures. Next, we'll take a pencil or a little wooden dowel that we can throw away afterwards, and we're going to smooth out the bead of glue so it's a nice even coating over the surface that we sanded all the way around the bottle. Finally, we're going to fit the 2 bottles together. The glue doesn't set quite right away. It remains flexible for a little bit, so we've got some time to work with it and straighten it out. We're going to fit the 2 bottles together. It's going to squeeze out the excess glue, and we're going to try and give it a little bit of a twist just to make sure it's set really nice and airtight, and make sure that the bottles are straight with each other. Now, before the glue sets, we're going to take our dowel or pencil again, and we're going to smooth out that excess bead just to form a nice seal around the edge. After a few minutes, the glue will start to set, but it won't really be hard for quite a while, so we're going to set it someplace safe where it's not going to get knocked over or bent or anything like that, and let it cure overnight until the glue is nice and hard. Once it's hardened up, the glue joint will probably be stronger than the bottle itself, which is a good thing for us. Once the glue has had about 24 hours to cure all the way, we're going to take a nice piece of duct tape and just wrap it around the joint to cover up the ugly portion and just to give it a little bit more support at that point. Now, to cover over the section where we're going to join our double bottle to the single bottle with the tornado tube, we're going to have to build a little bit of a fairing. So we're going to take the straight portions of 2 bottles, because one isn't going to be long enough. We're going to use a similar method to join them together. The process to join these is exactly the same as how we joined the 2 bottles. If the 2 cylinders don't fit inside each other really nice, we can take one and just shrink the end in a little bit of boiling water. Follow the same process then. We scuff it up with sandpaper, apply our PL Premium construction glue, let it cure overnight, and again wrap it in duct tape at the end just for a little extra support. And depending on what kind of bottles you used, the fairing that you've constructed this way is probably going to be a little bit too long for what we're going to use it for, but you can always trim a little bit off the end as we go to make it fit. Now, to put it all together, we're going to start with our tornado tube. It's got basically threads in either end that are exactly the right size for a plastic soda bottle. And the basic idea is we're going to take the single bottle, we're going to attach the tornado tube to the end of it, we'll push that through the fairing, then take our double bottle, push one end of that through the other end of the fairing, have it meet up, and just twist them until the tornado tube is nice and tight and hopefully sealed. The tornado tube itself is the place where you're most likely to get a leak, so I do recommend pressurizing your bottle once you've got it all assembled and checking for leaks. If the tornado tube leaks, you may want to take a little bit of Teflon tape or plumber's putty and put it around the threads of the bottle before you insert them, just to give you a little bit of an extra seal. What this will give us is one large bottle chamber with the nozzle at one end, nice straight sides, and looks like it'll be about 5 liters in capacity, so this should be one heck of a rocket engine. All that's really left to turn this into a rocket is put a nose cone and a parachute system on top, some fins on the bottom, add water and air pressure, and let it rip. So thanks for watching. Hopefully in our next video we'll show you how we put together some of the other components to make this into a fully functional rocket and get to launching it. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.